Hey guys, what's going on? It's MajiinBae. Welcome back to the channel. So today was early access. Well, yesterday was early access, and I was lucky enough to get to play the new set for about 8 hours, actually. So I figured today, before the patch drops, I would give you guys my 3 favorite decks for climbing, my 3 favorite new decks for climbing. If you're looking to play the best decks, you're usually better off just playing the best decks from last season. This would be like Aphelios PNZ with Winding Light, Thralls, TF Nami, anything like that. Probably better off. But if you're looking to try the new stuff, which we all are, these are the 3 best decks that I have for you. The first one is my personal favorite, and it's probably less good than I want it to be, but right now I'm having a lot of fun and a lot of success with it. This is Gwen Zed. So the general idea is to rack up a hallowed count, using things like Boisterous Host, Phantom Butler, Ghostly Paramour, but most importantly, Strike Up the Band. Strike Up the Band performed incredibly for me every time I played it in a Gwen deck. Getting Hollowed 2 off one card and completely either stunting your opponent's attack, right, by casting it on their turn, or pushing 4 damage that your opponent really just doesn't want to block on your turn and triggering your Hollowed, really, really, really powerful. And then we have things like Dancing Droplet, Mourned, and Shadow Assassin to push through that hollow damage 2, 3, 4 at a time, right? Also, Zed. Zed's incredible with Hollowed buff because he immediately doubles it. I have actually been playing an Ahri version a little bit more than Zed, full disclosure, but I think the Zed's version is probably a lot easier, and people will probably see more immediate success. I just really like Ahri. So yeah, this is the deck. It's really fun, and you can easily get Zed attacking for 6 split up, by like turn 4. Turn 5, easy. And then what's really good is when you get things like Zed Gwen attacking at the same time, because not only does Zed double the Hallowed buff, let's say it's +4, right? Now Zed's attacking for 7, and then Gwen's also attacking for 7 because she gets the Hallowed buff as well. You get to protect this with things like Deny, Homecoming, Twin Disciplines to keep your guys alive, and a sneaky Stand United using Ionian Tellstones. We have Sign In to keep the gas coming, and then Ghostly Paramour to keep you alive with the lifesteal. All in all, really fun deck. If you like the Ionia decks, maybe you like the tricky sneak damage index, this one's probably for you. Really fun. Could use some tweaking still, but it's probably the one I spent the most time on. Again, the Ahri version, not the Zed version. I have played both though. They both went rather well. Things I had trouble with were Aphelios PNZ. I struggled against Poro Cannon, honestly. Poro Cannon was really rough for me. That deck makes so many chump blockers. It was really tough for me to get through, and I eventually just kind of ran out of gas, which is actually why I started including the sign-ins. It was just a little. I just didn't have anything at the top end. One thing I included that I also liked that you might want to include is 1 copy of Harrowing, because it will bring back sign-ins first, then Gwen's, Ghostly Paramours, Zed's. Basically exactly what you want to bring back is what Harrowing is going to bring back. Really nice. Eternal Dancers, a little too slow, I think, for this deck. It's not really what it's trying to do. Eternal Dancers bringing back Ghostly Paramour isn't exactly very exciting, and I don't really want any more 6-drops in the deck unless it's a 3rd sign-in. So I would stay away from that. But yeah, the deck's good. The deck's good. I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time refining this one. All right, moving on, we have... Sorry, I know this isn't the greatest of production quality, but this is Evelyn Kai'Sa. Evelyn Kai'Sa, I played a lot of both champions. There's a lot of Evelyn decks going around. Things like Demacia Evelyn is really popping up. Demacia Kaisa is also popping up as well, but I thought this one was the most fun and also pretty successful. What Evelyn Kai'Sa looks to do is get a lot of keywords on the board using the Evelyn Husks. It's basically cheating. You just get to get them out for free. Things like Solter, Domination, Vora, Evelyn herself, Steam, we'll talk about Steam in a second, all make husks. One thing that I was surprised about was other people were running the Demacian focused summon a husk for 2. That card was actually quite good. I can't remember what it's called, but I was very surprised by that one. That was good. What this deck looks to do though is basically like get Evelyn on board, and she just flips on 4 every time. You always have a husk if you play it right. And she's just a brick wall. She's a 5/6 when she comes down, at least with usually some relevant keyword. Tough, elusive, challenger, quick attack, anything, right? Yeah, she'll flip back, but she'll make another husk, right? And then you can keep it going. And then eventually you get Kaisa down, or you get Void Abomination. And what we're really looking to do is just get a bunch of keywords. We're attacking for a ton, right? Level Kaisa goes to pew, 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 pew. And then Void Abomination is very big after it evolves. But we have 2 copies of Steam in the deck, and that is specifically to give our future Void Abomination Scout. Once it has all the keywords, Scout Void Abomination is disgusting, man. It's like so hard to deal with. That thing is insane, especially when you have things like Quicksand, Ancient Hourglass, and Rite of Negation to back it up. Really impressed with this deck. 3 copies of Voidling was something I was originally avoiding. I was avoiding Voidling and Void Blaster, kind of like the plague for the first build of Evelyn. The first build of Kaisa, but I realized just how necessary Voidling is when I was always like 1 or 2 keywords away from Kaisa, and realizing that like my deck, I had to hit every keyword in my deck in order to level her. Voidling lets you get keywords you normally couldn't get, things like Lifesteal, which is really, really good. You see something early, you're like, oh, I won't normally get that keyword. You just play Voidling. Eventually it becomes a 3/3, it's sizable, it's good. I just usually play it, trade it off, whatever, no big deal. And then Void Abomination stores the keyword for later. That's the important part. Let's see, some other things. Supercharge was incredible. Ancient Hourglass is okay. Rite of Calling is really nice because you could sack a husk, and on sacking the husk, Evelyn will get that husk keyword for the turn, which is really nice. Your champions are very, very important. I could see going up to 3 copies of Void Abomination, maybe even trimming a Ruin Runner. That card really didn't impress me. I had it for the keywords, but not only are Spell Shield and Overwhelm keywords you can get from the husks, you also just get them from Supercharge. So it was like less good than I thought. I might look at switching Ruin Runner around to something else. We'll see. But that's the deck. It's fun. You get to build up to this disgusting stuff. And like I'm saying, Void Abomination is way better than you think. I promise you. If you're anything like me, you underrated the card, and it's actually quite good. Try to manage your husks. If you have like 2 really good husks, let's say like Elusive Quick Attack, right? Or like Elusive Spell Shield on board, don't play Vora just because you can. Wait until you can play your Void Blaster, your Steam, or your Kaisa, or something, or Evelyn, right? Wait until you can give those keywords to something that actually matters, that actually can use them. Yeah, deck's fun. Deck's super fun. I'm looking to refine this one quite a bit as well. This one gets extra points because it has 2 of the new champions. This one, I know, it's not technically a new deck. I know. I wanted to include one older deck that kind of got revamped. This particular list was brought to me by Darkodius. Thanks, Darkodius. Basically, it looks to take advantage of the new card Domination. You saw it in the Evelyn Kai'Sa list. What it does is it's a 3-mana 2/1 that on summon makes a husk. And then anytime you summon a 1-drop, grant it +1/+0. It's basically it's a Azir Light. It's a Azir at home, basically. But it's quite nice. And the husk actually is really good. When you could put Challenger on things like Irelia, you could put Spell Shield on Azir or Tough or something, right? Like, it actually becomes very, very relevant. Really liking this deck. It's working really well for me. The Shadow Apprentice has been way better than I had expected, especially because you can grant it +1 if you have the Domination on board. I expect to see quite a bit of Thralls day 1, honestly. Like, some people are going to look to race up the ladder. Thralls is going to be one of the choices. Consider Azir Irelia. It's quite good. Defiant Dance is absolutely going to destroy everyone who wants to get really greedy with Evelyn or Kaisa or anything like that. You just bounce it, and you're attacking them. A lot of the Evelyn and Kaisa decks won't have ways to deal with your champions, or at least not efficiently, and this deck is a deck where you have to deal with their champions or you die. So highly recommend Azir Irelia if you're looking for something with a little bit of sauce, little new something. Yeah, those are the 3 decks. These are what I'm going to be playing tomorrow, and I'm also going to be trying out some new stuff, right? I'm going to be doing a lot of tweaking, trying what chat wants me to play and everything. If you want to check it out, come hang out, twitch.tv/MajiinBae LOR. I plan to be live at noon and stream for probably like noon Pacific time and stream for like 6 to 8 hours. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will get to them when I can. Good luck on ladder. I'll see you guys next time.